When you look at the IT world in 2026, everyone's searching for that one thing, that success guide to really get ahead. We hear a lot about different paths, but if you're serious about networking, it seems like one name keeps popping up as the essential starting point, the CompTIA Network Plus.
It absolutely is. And specifically, we're talking about the N10009 version. It's really cemented itself as the global standard. This isn't just another certificate you hang on the wall. We're talking about a credential that's recognized and often required by giants like Intel, Apple, and even the US Department of Defense.
I see. So it's not just a piece of paper, it's a key that unlocks doors at some pretty major places.
Exactly, and the vendor neutral part is the real secret sauce here. Unlike a Cisco specific cert that ties you to one ecosystem, Network Plus proves you understand the fundamental principles of how networks breathe. That's why it's the perfect bridge between basic A plus support and the heavy hitting specializations like CCNA or CEH. It's the common language everyone in the industry is expected to speak.
Got it. It's clearly the foundational must have. But let's talk about the part everyone really cares about. How much does that piece of paper actually add to your paycheck?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The numbers for 2026 are pretty eye opening. For professionals holding the Network Plus cert, we're seeing average salaries hitting around $82,000. And if you use it as a launchpad to get into a role like a network security analyst, that number can climb up to $130,000.
Wow, that's a huge jump. So, what does that mean for someone just starting out?
It means an immediate, tangible return on investment. The exam itself costs around $370, but for an entry level position, passing it can trigger up to a 20% salary increase. That's an extra $5,000 to $15,000 a year. I mean, show me another investment where you can spend under 400 bucks to potentially make an extra 10 grand every single year.
That makes sense. It's a no brainer from a financial perspective.
But here's the real. It's not just about the starting salary. The true value is the career floor it creates. Once you have this certification, you aren't just some tech guy anymore. In the eyes of HR departments from North America to Europe, you are now certified infrastructure personnel. It completely changes how they view your long term potential and your value to the company.
It's a high leverage move for your bank account. However, I hear the 2026 exam isn't a walk in the park. The technical requirements have shifted significantly.
Oh, absolutely. The bar has been raised. The exam now puts a heavy emphasis on practical troubleshooting and a security philosophy called the zero trust model. It's this core idea that you should never trust any device on your network by default. You must always verify. On top of that, they've woven in modern concepts like software defined networking, or SDN, and cloud fundamentals.
So it's moving away from just theory and into more modern, real world security thinking.
Precisely. That zero trust shift is huge because it mirrors exactly what's happening in corporate environments. Employers don't just want someone who knows how to connect things, they want someone who can prove they won't leave the digital backdoor wide open for attackers.
Right, that's a critical skill.
And here's the aha moment. There's a reason troubleshooting makes up 22% of the final score. CompTIA realized that in 2026, an AI might be able to do a basic router configuration, but only a human can follow a structured, 7-step methodology to figure out times y times a specific data packet is getting lost in a complex hybrid cloud environment. That's why the performance-based questions, where you actually have to fix a broken network in a simulation, are the make or break part of the entire test.
So it's really about practical, hands on wisdom, not just memorizing the OSI model. Now, for the $1 million question, how do you actually prepare for this, especially if you're on a tight schedule? Is there a blueprint?
There is, and the best approach is a disciplined 4-week sprint. Week 1 is non-negotiable. It's all about fundamentals. You have to master IP addressing and subnetting until it's second nature. It's like learning your multiplication tables before you attempt calculus. If you can't do that IP math in your sleep, you're going to panic on the exam.
Okay, so a strong foundation first. What about the other 3 weeks?
Weeks 2 and 3 are your deep dive into practical labs. This is where you get your hands dirty with simulation tools like Packet Tracer or Wireshark. You're not just reading about VLANs, you're building them, breaking them, and then fixing them. The final week is a high-pressure mock exam marathon. You take full-length, 90-minute time tests to build up your stamina and get used to that clock ticking down.
It's an intense month, but it sounds like the payoff is a career that's essentially future proofed for the next few years. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways for anyone ready to dive in.
For sure. First, the N10009 is the 2026 gold standard, and it's a prerequisite for many high-level corporate and government IT roles. Second, the ROI is massive. A $370 investment can lead to an average salary of $82,000. Third, the exam has evolved to focus on modern security, like zero trust, and technologies like cloud and SDN. Fourth, practical mastery of troubleshooting is the most critical skill. You have to pass the hands-on questions. And finally, follow that 4-week blueprint, build your theory foundation, practice with hands-on simulations, and then drill with timed mock exams. If you do that, you'll be well on your way.